A 1-0 defeat versus France and a 3-0 victory versus Hungary. Which performance was more impressive? Well, the scorelines tell us that Portugal did very well in their opening Euro 2020 fixture, while Germany were beaten by a 1-goal margin despite playing at home. But the scorelines do not always tell us the correct story. Portugal had to wait till the 84th minute to score their first goal of the match, while Germany were beaten because of an early own goal. The first round matches of Group F, the group of death, have given us a glimpse of both strengths and weaknesses of all four teams. But what should we expect in the round 2, which begins with Germany taking on Portugal? Let's take a look. Were you really surprised to see two holding midfielders in the Portugal starting 11 against an opponent like Hungary? Well, I was. William Carvalho and Danilo Pereira partnered in the midfield, while I was expecting someone like Ruben Neves, Joao Moutinho or Renato Sanchez in the midfield pivot alongside Pereira or Carvalho. The result of such a lineup was that Portugal struggled to create chances the entire game. In fact, there were just two clear-cut chances the entire game for Portugal. It was a deflected shot from left back Rafael Guerreiro that opened the scoring for Portugal. The pairing of Danilo and Carvalho prevented Hungary from testing the Portuguese goalkeeper Rui Patricio, but the creative output of the team was awful. The setup was such that a player of the caliber of Bruno Fernandes could not have a positive impact on the game. Only when Renato Sanchez came on for William Carvalho and Andre Silva for Diogo Jota, Portugal's side received the creative boost in midfield and the organized attack up front. But I'm not expecting more than 1 or 2 changes in the Portugal team for the Germany match. Unlike Hungary, Germany aren't going to sit back and defend. Portugal will have more opportunities to launch counter-attacks. The defensive midfield pairing will have a bigger role to play against Germany. Against Germany, Portugal would need more pace up front, which is why Fernando Santos could bring Joao Felix in place of Diogo Jota. Felix is still young and hasn't had the most productive season with Atletico Madrid this season, but his pace would come handy against a team like Germany that likes to press. France had a clear idea using Mbappe's pace against Germany, and if it wasn't for that offside goal, the strategy would have seen them win 2-0. Portugal are expected to copy France's tactics almost entirely. Felix for Jota looks like the biggest tactical change to me for Portugal in the Germany match. Portugal may also bring in Ruben Neves or Renato Sanchez in place of William Carvalho from the start if the team feels there is need for more creativity in midfield. But the strategy would be to sit back, absorb pressure and use someone like Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva to set free Cristiano Ronaldo or Joao Felix. What does it tell you when a team like France with attacking players like Kylian Mbappe, Karim Benzema and Antoine Griezmann decides to sit back, defend and only play on counters? It was an own goal by Mats Hummels that sealed all 3 points for France. The expectation was that Mbappe or Benzema will test Germany's defense to the core, but it was the German attack that was enjoying more possession. Germany did very well with the ball in their feet, but only until the final third of the game. In the absence of a pure striker, the Germans didn't quite have the end product to their attack. The Hummels own goal in the first half was an unfortunate incident for Germany, but for France it was a huge bonus. Didier Deschamps was never keen on attacking Germany. Their pressing game was virtually non-existent. France was happy to attack with 1-goal lead and only try their luck on counter-attacks. Yes, France's strategy was cowardly, but it worked, as they kicked off their campaign with 3 points. In the group of death, this result was very important. And learning from this game, Portugal are also expected to do the same. What do Germany need to do in this case? As I had said in my preview for the France vs Germany match, the absence of a destructor in the midfield is what Germany is missing. Toni Kroos and Alke Gundogan are among the finest creators in the world, but Germany need a midfield engine like Leon Goretzka or Joshua Kimmich in the center. I think a back four with Matthias Ginter as the right back is the ideal solution for Germany, but I don't think Jogi Löw will make such a change in the second game of the campaign. One change that I think is the most likely to be made by Germany against Portugal is Leroy Sane or Timo Werner in place of Kai Havertz. Germany need another goal-scoring player in attack, and Havertz doesn't offer that quality. Against France, he became invisible for large parts of the game. Werner or Sane will help Germany plug that loophole. All in all, Germany would need to be more brave in the attack. More forward runs from Kimmich or Gosens would be required. A back four team, once again, is the ideal solution for me, but I doubt Germany coach would be willing to do that, at least in this game. That was all from me today. I hope you guys liked this episode. I am keeping my fingers crossed for a Germany win. Do let me know of your views in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I will see you guys very soon. Till the next time, auf Wiedersehen.